Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. The Wolverines will begin with less than ideal field position off that poor return. Always enjoyed coming to the Fiesta Bowl over the years. And, of course, you got the modern silver stadium here sitting in the desert ready for this showdown.
Well, it's so many great memories here, Chris. Think back to the Boise State, Oklahoma back in '07. How about the classic between Oklahoma State and Stanford with Andrew Luck in 2012? And then the shocker just a few years ago with TCU over Michigan in 2022. This game has a history of providing the unexpected.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Dropping back, it's Williams. Catch made by the tight end. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Wait, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback keeps it here.
Nope, not today. Not today.
When a linebacker's ability, quarterback and the defense on this play, diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. Just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? He's moving out of the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaks loose at the 40. Slides down to avoid the tackle. The Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
Airing this one out toward the sideline. Deep shot.
Too far in front of him. Damn it.
15. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab, a chance to score. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable.
And it's a touchdown. But wait, looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. This is the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw yet again. Running back has it on a screen now.
I can't fucking believe I just did that.
Short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
And the Wolverines trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. The Nittany Lions offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a first down.
What great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back that can be able to pick up those yards to get those first downs.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Zero running room.
What a fucking
right
idiot.
at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. Nittany Lions looking to keep this drive rolling. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring it down.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Great move there. They bring it down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? And the Nittany Lions begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And now try here for the extra point.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Returner decides to field it. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Handoff here from the shotgun. It's a fumble. Runner falls
lucky dog
to prevent the turnover. That could have been disaster.
The ball is on the ground, but this running back has got to be elated that somehow he's able to get it back. I'll tell you who else is elated. Play caller and his head coach on the sideline.
Crucial third down play right here. Looking to pass. It's Williams. And he lofts it toward the left sideline.
Mine.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Mine. Oh.
And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Oh, shit.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Miles. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Quick, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
1st and 10 play coming up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw.
I knew that as soon as I threw it.
He's got some room and some blockers here. He's at the 50. The 30. Inside the 20. That's a potential game changer. The pick and the big return.
Fucking street should have been
Chris,
cleared out of
the
there by now.
awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. And they begin 1st and goal, looking to cash in on this incredible field position. Bringing pressure. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there. Solid gain puts him in good position for 2nd down and goal. To throw, it's Williams. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Sacked until lost back to the 6. Ball spotted at the 5 for this 3rd and goal play. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. The pass rush closing in. And the protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. And that one straight down the middle.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete.
Wow.
His hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Getting set. Here's second down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again.
Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And they'll step out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage there. The defense pursuit forced him out. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Dropping back, it's Williams. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Now the offense will spend a timeout here. Wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out. And for that, it's back to Chris and Kurt.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice game like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
Here the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Looks right for a quick completion. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Nittany Lions have first and 10 here. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made down inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. They will claim the second half lead.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers and those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. He steps out of bounds at the 14. That's where the drive will start. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The back's got it on a counter. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
He decides to keep it here.
Ah,
Get some
damn
space
you.
around the 30. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44. The Wolverines hustle to the line to run that hurry up.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because...
Thank you.
Intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
And there's the handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Keeping it on the ground here. Football comes out. And
Mud
the defense jumps
fuck.
on the football.
Chris, we're in the 4th quarter. You're in the red zone with a nice lead, a chance to maybe score and put this game away, and instead you put the ball on the ground. It's a fumble. This game just got really interesting.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete. 2nd down coming out. Looking to pass. It's Williams. And the completion made. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Oh, what a move. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Chris, the defense has got to do a better job of wrapping up the tight end there. The coach is preaching to these guys, we need more than one tackler to the ball. They caught a break there. The tight end breaks the first tackle, and they had another man there to bring him down before it could have gotten ugly.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They call the draw play here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. It's 3rd down after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. The Wolverines pick up enough yards to move the sticks. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
That's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They'll have to throw it here on 2nd down. Couldn't find anybody open. He just has to throw it away. After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes.
I tried to swap to the freaking cornerback.
Slides to avoid the big hit. And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Receiver in motion now. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Michigan. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the
Bro,
20.
fucking block.
Up and happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Finally brought down, but the gain moves it to the 44. New center down to the offense, 1st and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crosses the 30.
Oh, why'd I do that? Just
They
put it up
bring
and
him
I'll fall.
down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Come on.
The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Chris, that's positive yards on 1st and goal, which is obviously good. But now we're at this point in the game, critical series. They've got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
We've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and
Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Chris, we've watched this offense all year make plays and come up with drives like this to give their team a chance to win football games. And now we are the biggest stage of the year, and they come up with one more touchdown to give them the lead here.
Returner choosing to field this one. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. It comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Scanning the field. It's Williams. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. 3rd down, out of the shotgun. Quick throw, caught over the middle. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And a timeout is called to talk some strategy in this very important drive. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. The offense decides to just spike the ball here. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Now the offense will take a timeout here with 30 seconds remaining. And the Wolverines will line up on 1st and 10. Defense not pressing this time. Quick throw to his receiver. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. 2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here.
Yes.
Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown.
No fucking way!
They go in front in the final minute of play.
And Chris, with the game on the line, the offense delivers. Good job up front. The quarterback makes a great throw, and they get the go-ahead score here late in the game to go up 2. The big decision now for the head coach, the extra point, or do you go for 2 to make it a 4-point game?
Oh, my God.
Now an important PAT to stretch the lead to a field goal. Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the fourth quarter. Can they hang on? Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And that last pass. Complete. That will do it. Game over. In these playoff games, it's win or go home. So one side can continue to dream about the national championship. The other side suddenly, Kirk, their season is over. But it's been a good ride.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. You know, it's easy to focus on the team that advances, and they should be happy, obviously. They had a great year. They're going to continue to go on. But the team that comes up a little bit short, you know, you can see the emotion down on the field right now. They put so much into this year. Hopefully they'll be able to learn from this and come back even stronger next year.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
That wasn't a fucking matter. I would have had to hit the guy in the middle. Even then, I don't think he would have made it.